If that is the case, then it's definitely time for him to sort of be honest with himself and walk away, because
this is Jonathan Agger, 5th Pro Boxing Fans, joined by Jamie Moore in Dublin, here again. Jamie, ahead of the rematch, November 25th, Cameron Taylor 2. Chantelle was very sort of adamant in that press conference that she wasn't overall happy with her performance. Would you say she's like her biggest critique? Because most people say that was a great performance to beat a legend like Katie.
Well, to be fair, it was a joint decision. So we both sat there and watched it together and decided that even though it was a good performance, she's way better than that. And the fact of the matter is that's truly what we believe. I know she can perform better than that. I've seen it a thousand times, and if she can bring that out in her against Katie in the rematch, which I truly believe now, she believes in herself in terms of from a confidence point of view. She knows she can beat her now. If she can bring that all into the fight this time, then it's going to be an even better performance.
Do you think that we've seen the best now of Katie Taylor, and we won't see a better version than we saw in the last fight?
I really don't know, and you can say because of the age, is she past her best? But the fact of the matter is, I believe in Chantelle. I know how good she is. So is it the fact that Chantelle's got a number? Like I told her 4 years ago, you've got the style to beat Katie. Is that the fact, or is it just the fact that she's maybe on the slide? Maybe it's a bit of both. But that sort of if buts and maybes. The fact of the matter is, they're here to fight, and I know Chantelle's capable of beating her, and in a better fashion this time.
Now, I interviewed you right after the last fight, and you said to me, if we're going to come back to Dublin, you want Eddie Hearn to compensate you properly this time round. Is the whole team sort of happy with how the rematch has gone in terms of sort of the financial aspect?
Yeah, listen, we can't complain. Chantelle's getting well paid for it, and rightly so. And she'd have took less money to have it on neutral ground. It's not about the money, it's about getting a fair shout. And the fact of the matter is, last time there was a draw in there on the cards, which should never have been in there. The other two cards even still was too close to me, 96, 94. I thought it was at the most 97, 93. I probably thought it was 98, 92, but I couldn't see it any more than 97, 93. And that is a worry. That is one worry about coming back, is if they saw it that close the first time, what happens if Katie wins one more round? Then we're in a position then where they might go with Katie, and it's worrying. I'm not going to lie, it is. But we can't focus on that. We've got to focus on doing our job, and then hopefully the universe takes its course and we get the decision like we should do.
Given that, is it sort of training for the knockout this time round?
No, never train for the knockout, because Chantelle's style is not made for a knockout. She has been able in the past, because of her style, to overwhelm people and stop them, but she's not a one-punch knockout merchant. She's not a Savannah Marshall, for instance. So we never focus on that. But I do believe that if Katie fights the way I think she might fight this time, where she's got to change something, then Chantelle might find more options, more opportunities, and then is it a possibility that she could stop her? Yeah, but it's nothing that we're ever going to focus on.
This is away from this card, Jamie. Jack Catterall's getting ready for the Jorge Linares fight. How's preparation going, and what are you expecting from that?
Yeah, brilliant. You can see in his performances in the gym now, he's so much better because of activity. So I'm just glad that he's busy. We know Linares isn't in his peak. He's past his best, but the fact that Jack's boxing and he's active is a big bonus for me. We wanted it to be Regis Prograis. We was hoping that it was going to be able to be made, because he's with Matchroom and so is Jack. But unfortunately, Haney popped up, and sort of, if that fight gets made, then that sort of took us off track. But Jack goes in there, he's professional, beats Linares, then hopefully we'll get the winner.
And Dave Allen, what's the future hold between you two? You're going to keep training him, and how do you reflect on the Fraser Clark fight?
Yeah, listen, it's not ideal going in there with one fight in 4 years and not at any type of that level. But but you know, Dave's just going to have a bit of time off. I've seen him on social media, and he said he is going to fight again. So I haven't had that conversation with him yet. So listen, I love Dave. He's a great man. I told him that I'd help him out if he wanted me to help him out, and I always will do if he wants me to.
You know, just on that fight, 'cause I haven't really heard from you too much about it. You know, obviously Dave felt there were low shots in there. Watching the fight yourself, how did you think it was going?
Yeah, listen, he couldn't get into the fight. He landed a few decent shots over the period. That was it. He really couldn't get his range and his timing. There was low blows, but you're in a boxing match and these things happen. So, but he wasn't. You know, he'd hurt his jaw. His ear was perforated. His tongue was. He couldn't speak, and actually the reason I pulled him out was because there was something going on which I wasn't happy about, and that's my job. I'm in there to protect him. So I wasn't going to let him carry on when I thought there was something, you know, could be seriously wrong with him. So I pulled him out of the fight, and that was it.
Jamie, Zhilei Zhang made it repeat on Saturday night. What did you make of his performance?
Yeah, man, I've only seen the highlights, but what a finish! And you know, from what I've been reading, Joyce looked a little bit hesitant. He wasn't letting his hands go as much as he could have or he should have been. And you know, maybe Zhang might just have his number. Maybe he's not just great with southpaws. Maybe there's those mental scars from the first fight. There's loads of little aspects, but I'm just glad that he's okay, and you know, he lives to fight another day.
We've seen you know, Joyce take massive punches over the years and never been really rocked or hurt or dropped. Tony Bellew feels that his punch resistance has completely gone. Looking at it from the outside and as a former fighter, would you agree at all? Maybe
that's the case, and if that is the case, then you know, it's definitely time for him to sort of be honest with himself and walk away, because someone who relies on being resistant to heavy shots like that is part of his style, and it's gone. I mean, what is there to fall back on then? It's not. You know, this is a dangerous sport, so you know, hopefully he'll look at that and he'll analyse it himself and he'll make the right decision.
Just finally, Conor Benn returned to action on Saturday night with a win. If that Eubank fight happens, how do you think that's going to go?
I didn't see the fight. I didn't see Conor's fight. I heard he performed well, but the guy was much bigger than him, so maybe that was the reason why he was holding the shots better. So that's a big question: is the weight going to be an issue? You know, Chris Eubank's a massive guy for middleweight, and he's boxed at super middleweight and performed, you know, at a really good level. You know, he boxed George Groves. So there's weights in boxing for a reason. So I just don't think it's a good idea that, you know, Conor Benn's a natural welterweight and he's going in there with a middleweight.
Jamie, appreciate your time and best of luck ahead of November 25th.
Cheers, pal. Thank you.